Welcome back, everybody! Excuse me, last episode, we began cross-examining Maya on a spirit channeling incident, and today we're about to get to the bottom of this. Apollo did get, well, it seemed like he was hinting that there might be some bracelet action going on here, and I feel like that's probably what's going to happen. So, it's time to find out. Is that what we're going down today? Time to start pressing you. Whoa! You've been asleep ever since you were rescued from the tomb, correct? I was exhausted after being held captive for so long. That must have been terrible. Excuse me. Maya, Minister Inga didn't do anything to you, did he? Oh no, it wasn't like that. On the contrary, I asked him for all sorts of things. Like what? Like, I'm really craving burgers and I'll die if I miss an episode of The Plum Punisher. I think like Rat netted me a TV and even a few burgers from someplace. He was surprisingly nice to me. Really? Huh? Are you sure we're talking about the same guy here? I know, right? What the heck? He may have loomed large, but he was unexpectedly easy to push around. Even though he's the one who was responsible for pushing those execution papers through. Oh, that! Approving execution was simply his preferred method of stress relief. A wife like her, he was probably really pushing them through out of fear. Beginning to see why he wanted to stage a coup. In any case, my time in captivity wasn't so bad, but all the things that happened... I know I didn't channel Minister Inga. Hold it. Are you sure about that? Maybe you just don't remember channeling him. Don't remember? I may be 28, but I'm not senile, you know. Something's not right here. Did she say she was 28? I could have sworn she was 29. No, I'm kidding. I know she's not. It's definitely 28. I mean, she wouldn't be wrong about her own age. See, everyone? 28. She's not senile yet. You don't get senile until you're 30. Unless you're me. I started going senile at the ripe young age of 20... What? How? Oh, wait. Yeah, see? See? At the right... I've been doing this since I was 21. Gosh dang it. I was about to say 24, but I'm like, wait. Hold on now. Hold on a second. No, I've been doing... Oh my gosh. I've been doing this since I was 21. That's about the time I probably went senile, honestly. I don't know. Maybe a year or two after that. Maybe around 22 or 23. I don't think I was senile the second I started doing YouTube videos. But, like, I think I slowly got more and more senile over the years anyway. So, I don't know. Miss Fey, you were confined in Mara's tomb the whole time, is that correct? Yes, but I wasn't conscious the whole time. Okay, then let me ask you something. You ever seen Nayna in the tomb, dressed as Dirk? Huh? Is this some kind of joke? I think I remember if I saw something as crazy as that. Without anyone would carry out a crime like that right in front of a potential witness. Hey, when he's right. True. I didn't even have the chance to do something like that. You didn't have a chance to channel him. Does channeling someone take a long time? Not really. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much instantaneous. But I was all tied up, literally. So there's no way for me to make the channeling mudra with my hands to do it. Right. Guess you really didn't channel Inga then. Maya, when mediums are done with a session, they can send the spirit back to the other world themselves, right? Sure, unless they're still in training. Amateurs can get possessed by spirits sometimes. Yeah. The full-fledged mediums can stay in total control of a session. And they can send the deceased spirit away anytime they want. I'm thinking you can do that too, Miss Fey. Of course! It's a cinch for the new and improved mystic Maya Fey. Ace spirit medium. That's strange, you seem like the same old childish Maya to me. Grr, I'll show you, childish Nick! Yeah, you show him, Maya, you show him. Sorry, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. Hold it. So you wouldn't channel spirits for unseemly purposes? Of course not! Spirit channeling is my bread and butter! I take a lot of pride in my work. It's like, would you use your legal skills to commit a crime, Apollo? Well, until the finger pointing and the objecting became deadly, I don't see how they can be used. Well, you're a regular Mr. Smarty Pants, just like Nick. Always at the ready with some sarcastic comeback. I think I'll save my many objections for after the trial. Yes, please. Anyway, I never go along with something like a murder. Though, I guess there are some things I'd go quietly along with.
Hold it!
Sounds to me like you're trying to hide something, Miss Fey. Didn't anyone teach you about respecting boundaries, Apollo? It's really rude to pry into a person's private affairs. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. Wait, we're in a court of law. Yeah, I know. Then what was that about me being rude? I'm just doing my job. ... So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding? Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say. You mean a promise to Dirk? Mm-hmm. A pretty big one. I think this is about all you're gonna get out of her. Yeah. Enough! The witness is denying that she channeled any spirits. Further questioning is pointless. I hereby declare Dirk guilty! Because your little fiction has been soundly exposed for what it is. What if Nayna knows how to channel spirits, though? You ever think about that? You should listen to her, Apollo! I don't even know why you suspected me in the first place. I mean, you don't have any evidence of me channeling Master Inga, do you? Oh, evidence, huh? There's no point in even thinking about it, really. I don't use anything special to channel spirits, so there wouldn't be anything left behind. That's true. It's like when she channeled the High Priest, all Maya needed is her own body. The defense has no evidence to offer. I will have to end this cross-examination. Well, now, even if she doesn't use any special items to do the channeling itself, I think there'd be something to complete the deception. Is there any proof that Justice Minister Inga was channeled? Is there though? He's about to discover the ashes of the tomb inside furnace caked in suit. See, that's the thing I'm not understanding here. Well, it certainly wouldn't be that, I would think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not that. What if, though? What if? It's the Founder's Orb, obviously. I'm gonna say none at all. No, I don't see how there could be, Your Majesty. I see you still got a long ways to go, Apollo. Excuse me? If it were Nick, he would have tried to bluff his way through that one. But I'm not Mr. Wright. I'd like to retract my previous statement. As to whether there is any proof that Minister Inga was channeled, you bet there is. Really? Well, now. You're bluffing, I take it. Bruh. I'll be fine. Like, this, him asking this right after Maya saying that doesn't really make a lot of sense, honestly. If we're right, then there must be some sort of proof to back us up. Time to do some serious thinking, Apollo Justice. Okay, we know that when Rafa saw her father, he wasn't dressed like Miss Fey, right? Right, because if he was, then he would have immediately known he was being channeled. So that means he was dressed in his usual suit when Rafa saw him. But then wouldn't we have seen two of his outfits at the scene of the crime, though? We didn't see any such thing, and we found Maya in Maya's outfit, not freaking Minister Inga's outfit. Aha, good thinking, Apollo. This might be perfect angle to attack from. Alright, let's have an answer from the defense. What proof do you have that Miss Maya Fey channeled Justice Minister Inga? The only thing I could even think that would make any remote sense would maybe be something like this? Take that! Is that a gemstone? We found this among the ashes of one of the tomb's incense burners. Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence? What? What was that doing in the tomb? Ah, so you do recognize it. Then, as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone button from your husband's jacket? I don't get where you're going with this. Channeling Minister Inga alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Rafa. Especially if you were wearing your clothes. So you would have to change into the minister's clothes before channeling him. Ah! Miss Fey, use the minister's clothes as cover for going into his room with the tomb. Well, you burned them once you no longer needed them. Wait, what? Uh-oh, she seemed genuinely surprised by that. Apollo. The minister's clothes as a cover when going from his room to the tomb where you burned them once you no longer needed them? Oh, well that's why we didn't see two sets of clothes then. But again, what about Maya's clothes herself? Unless she was wearing her clothes underneath the outfit, in which case, I guess. Okay, sure. Objection. Miss Fey? Yes? Do you know my husband's name? It was, Inga Khura'in, right? That is correct, in part, but there's more, much more. Inga Hakad Disnam Binad. What the frick, man? Biani Laga Ormo Pompous Danit Ared is Khura'in III. That is his true name. Could it be any longer? I know, right? Due to its length, only a portion of it was ever made public. So, Miss Fey, did you know his true name? No, I mean, how could I? Precisely! And a medium must know that both the face and true name of one of the, she seeks to channel. Ag! So then, Miss Fey couldn't have channeled Minister Inga? That's what I've been saying this whole time! Why would I want to randomly channel some old guy I didn't know? She's puffing her cheeks right now. It's like, oh, you guys suck! And didn't, like, thanks to that last trial. I can't believe this. Wait, I feel like I misunderstood something right there. Some old guy I didn't know and didn't like thanks to that last trial. Okay. Gotcha. Can't believe this. Apollo. I really don't think Maya's lying. However, your line of reasoning still seems credible to me. I agree, but there's something tripping us up in the details. Maybe we're working off of some wrong assumption again. Apollo? I was thinking. Yes. So I didn't channel Minister Inga. Is it possible that someone else did? Someone else did. But who else could it have been? I haven't thought of that far yet. Such chatter is without merit. Let us move on, shall we? I don't care what Garan says. I'm going to figure this out. If it wasn't Miss Fey and the Queen has an alibi, then... Apollo, forget about who is capable of channeling spirits for a second. I should consider the circumstances around this channeling, right? Right, we know Rafa saw her father come running out of his private quarters. He was being channeled at the time. Who could it have been? Had to have been someone who was in Inga's private quarters.
Well, I'm waiting, Defense, and you know how much I despise waiting.
Yes, but there is someone else besides Miss Fey who could have channeled Minister Inga. Just one more person, and they were in Inga's private quarters. That person is our only hope now.
So the Defense believes there was another.
3 strikes?
Let's have you a very serious answer, then.
With pleasure.
Horned Devil? Who could have channeled Minister Inga?
Well, the only one I could really paint my finger on would have to be Mr. Miles Edgeworth. No, I'm kidding. Oh, jeez. It would probably have to be Nayna.
Nayna!
Your Eminence said it yourself.
That's right, Nayna never did go into the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters.
How do you know?
It's quite simple. Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Nayna.
And then there's her benevolence's statement. Also, the fact that, like, what, she never left the building? Because if she left the private quarters, she would have left more footprints on the outside. So she basically never left. So where was she then? It makes sense, you know? She said that Nayna disappeared right after she entered Minister Inga's private quarters. The room from which Minister Inga himself came running out of not long afterwards.
You were not seriously suggesting...
It's the only thing that makes sense. Nayna channeled Minister Inga and left his private quarters thereafter. That's why no one has seen her since. And why only the minister's shoe prints were found outside his residence. I mean, Nayna's pretty old, so it's not like she would have left footprints, or it's not like she could have jumped over the water puddle, too, so, I mean, yeah.
Ah, no way!
That's gotta be it. Nayna must have somehow channeled the minister. Somehow. All the circumstantial evidence has fallen into place. You can't ignore it anymore. You can't claim Nayna isn't connected to this case somehow. In light of this, the defense calls Nayna to the stand. ... Well, Your Eminence. ...
Very well then, let us call Nayna to testify.
We're gonna actually hear her speak? Nah, she's gonna freeze Rafa to talk for her, probably, or something. I don't know. Yes, now we can finally crack this case wide open. Let us adjourn while the witness is summoned.
There is no need. Nayna is in the waiting lobby.
What? Nayna's here. I thought she'd gone missing.
It seems she was feeling unwell and simply wished to rest undisturbed. We're concerned for Rafa brought her here today.
Time off without Rafa's knowledge or consent. I'm betting there's more to her disappearing act than meets the eye, Apollo. Most likely, most likely. Why, hello there. I am Nayna. Miss Nayna, do you understand why you have been summoned here today?
Yes, of course. Her Eminence has informed me that this man here suspects I have committed a crime.
So this is Nayna. That's quite the hairdo. Oh yeah, we never really seen her without her hat on, huh? Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. It didn't even hit me until just now, because, like, that's, like, as big as her hat normally would be, so that kind of threw me off a little bit there.
No, I will say. I suppose I'm not as old as I had thought. If this horn-headed nincompoop would take me for a criminal.
Nincompoop? Isn't that Rafa's favorite insult? So Nayna rubbed off on her with all that time they spend together.
You there, young hornhead.
Yes? Now, does the horn head come from Nayna too, and the barbed head?
You're accusing me of slaying Minister Inga and channeling a spirit, yes? What an active imagination you have, young folk are so wonderfully open-minded.
Thanks, just take the compliment, Justice.
Now then, will the witness please proceed with their testimony? This court wishes to know if you did or did not channel Minister Inga in his private quarters.
Witness testimony.
I'm no spirit medium, Sonny. I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary bones. Besides, which a lowly servant such as I could not possibly be an honorable spirit medium. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Khura'in. After Queen Amar's passing, Her Eminence, Queen Garon, is the only spirit medium left. If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have to be that young lass Maya Fey.
Uh-huh.
And there you have it. It seems we have summoned her for nothing. Only those of the royal bloodline have the power of spirit channeling. That a servant such as Nayna could channel spirits is the most unamusing jest.
On the surface, anyway. But our line of reasoning has led us to this end, that Nayna channeled Inga's spirit.
Alright, the defense may now question the witness.
Indeed. Cross-examination. I'm no spirit medium, Sonny.
I was feeling under the weather yesterday. Decided to rest these weary bones.
Well, let's start pressing you after we save the game, of course. Let's get in with this saving. Gotta get that game saved right now. And then you gotta press her. All these dogs stole your hat when you were in the courtyard yesterday afternoon. Was it after that you decided to take a rest?
I had been feeling unwell all day and had pushed myself too hard. I kept feeling weak and dizzy, and that dirty mongrel only served to worsen my condition.
Well, I sympathize with you, Nayna. You took the whole day off without informing Princess Rafa. She was very worried about you, you know.
How very kind of her benevolence. But she need not concern herself with the welfare of a mere servant such as I.
Except to Rafa. Nayna's not just a mere servant.
To even think a mere commoner would channel spirits or slay a minister, what's hogwash?
Yeah. You never know, though.
Besides, which a lowly servant such as I could not possibly be an honorable spirit medium.
I hear you are the head servant, isn't that right?
Are you suggesting that my position affords me the ability to channel spirits?
Since you're the head servant to a family of channelers, I'd say it's plausible. If you wanted to, it's not impossible for you to learn through exposure.
I think not. But that goes against the very underpinnings of the Kingdom of Khura'in. To become a spirit medium requires a noble spirit and rigorous training. But most importantly, one must be a direct descendant of the founder. It's not simply some hobby one can take up in the manner of knitting or gardening.
Commoners can never become a medium, no matter how hard they tried.
That is common knowledge to all who are born and raised here, young hornhead. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Khura'in.
Okay then, what if you actually have royal blood in your veins, Nayna? Like a distant relative or something.
I am from a line of humble fishermen, all the way back to my grandfather's grandfather. I've never heard of the talk of royal blood or noble ancestry.
Apollo, spirit channeling is a secret art passed down from mother to daughter. And even with a royal ancestor, it'd be impossible to learn without the right training.
It's just as the barbed one says. It also must be mentioned that this secret art is only taught here in the Kingdom of Khura'in and your country's Khura'in village.
Why aren't things falling into place like I expected?
I would ask the witness to continue her testimony.
Yes, please do.
After Queen Amara's passing, Her Eminence Queen Garon is the only spirit medium left.
Would I need to present the picture of Queen Amara by any chance?
Queen Amara was the victim of an assassination, right?
Yes, oh, she was beautiful, gentle soul.
We never did question the whole thing that Rafa was talking about, considering she literally did mention Amara in the freaking court. But I guess no one seemed to notice that. Maybe she whispered it really quietly to herself. I don't even know.
She was a beautiful and gentle soul, but she fell in love with a man of dubious origins and was murdered in a terrible blaze. Fate can be so cruel.
Except he's actually still alive. Poor Nayna's yet another follower unwittingly praying over an empty sarcophagus. Amara, the queen, has been locked away and her existence in this world erased. The fact that she's still alive shackles Nayuta to Garon's will. Nayuta, the only reason you're still standing there by that woman's side is it because you're afraid of what would happen to Amara otherwise, right?
We need not recount such ancient history. Let us continue with the witness's testimony. If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have to be the young lass Maya Fey.
Miss Fey was being held hostage. She was completely tied up, didn't you? And didn't even know Minister Inga's true name, making it impossible for her to kill or channel him.
Bah, I know nothing of that. Listen, you horned devil! Were you not just insisting that it was Maya Fey who channeled Mr. Inga? And obviously we're wrong about that, so I mean, just because we're not right on our first assumption doesn't mean we're just like on the wrong track here. We're trying to figure out the truth, you know.
My, how quickly you change your tune! No, I'm just quick on my feet when new information presents itself. I'm so quick to force my biggest smile when times like these demand it. Good, you're following my advice, Apollo. Try not to look so forceful while you do it, would you? Nayna's right about one thing, though. Only those of the royal bloodline can be spirit mediums in Khura'in. Common folk like us are out of luck. Yeah, I guess so, still. I think I'll finally be close to connecting all the dots once I point one very big thing out. You mean... Do I have to point out that Queen Amara is still alive, or... What's the thing I'm supposed to point out here? When was the royal family can learn the spirit channeling in Khura'in? After Queen Amara's passing, Her Eminence Queen Garon is the only spirit medium left. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what about Maya Fey? Photo of them, okay. What about this one? I'm just trying to figure out, though, like... Does it matter if I present this? Or that? I present that.
Objection!
Better watch out. ... Okay, so I presented what makes sense in terms of a direct contradiction. Except I don't know how to make it make sense in the larger context of this case.
Well, is the defense going to follow up its loud objection with a sound explanation?
Oh, sorry. how do I put this? And I think we'll find out how Apollo is going to put this on the next exciting episode, everyone. How exactly is he gonna put this? I mean, we're gonna find out very soon, but the plot do be thickening. It do be thickening quite a bit. And we're gonna find out just exactly how he's going to explain everything very soon. So, until then, everyone, next episode, we're gonna see the big bombshell that he's gonna drop for the entire gallery. What? Queen of War is still alive? What the crud? This is a new revelation! Whoa, hail the queen! Oh, hail the queen! Like, I don't know, it's probably something like that. I don't even know. But we're gonna see exactly how it's gonna go down next episode. So until then, everyone, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. See you tomorrow! Bye-bye! Hello, everyone. You've reached the end of this video, but before we go for the day, I'd just like to give a quick shout-out to the Tier 4 and 5 channel members, Phoenix Edgeworth, Acheron X2, Menthy, and Meister Papala. Thank you all for being awesome and supporting the channel. If you too would like to also get your name shouted out at the end of each video and live stream, shoutouts are available for all Tier 4 and 5 channel members. I hope you all have an awesome day. I'll see you all later.